Alright, so here we have two dragons from Spyro 1 that were not easy to get to. You got one who's stranded far off on Epstein Island, and then you have another one that basically doesn't even exist, yet you can still hear it shaking through the walls. Oh boy. Ladies and gentlemen, today I am here posing a quick little question, little video, something like that, because I'm genuinely curious as to what you think. Who was the tougher dragon to free? Or let me actually rephrase that. Who gave you the most problems and why? In the right corner, starting at height 7.2 from the world of Beastmakers and probably one of the most disgusting portals to ever exist, we have Jed. And then in the left corner, starting at height 7.2 from the world of Dreamweavers, we have Copano. Now, before I decide, I kind of have my answer already, especially if you look at the video on my channel. But either way, I still want to talk about it, especially since my answer may change by the end of this. We shall see, but based on my personal experience, it's Jed. I think Jed was way harder in my opinion. I mean, don't get me wrong, Copano was a hard dragon too, but Jed's dragon statue was absolute torture for me to get. And like I said, my answer may change at the end of this video, but we shall see. The clear difference between getting these two dragons is one word: death. I don't know about you, but Copano only cost me about 7 lives, and if we're being honest, it's because I was doing the wrong thing at the time. Technically, it only took me one try to get to him. Jed, on the other hand, cost me 25 fucking big ones. 25 lives. Actually, I'm being a bit harsh. Realistically, Jed only cost me about 21 lives, considering I suck at keyboard and mouse games, and I just kept falling in random parts of the portal because I'm clumsy. By the way, fuck this portal. See, the thing I like about the Haunted Towers jump is you only get to do it once or twice. Treetops, you get to suffer and do it more than 5 or 6 times. And if you suck at keyboard and mouse, like me, you get to do it even more than that. And if you suck at supercharging too, then boy, you are in for a long and painful treat. The main problem with me was that first jump. Or rather, that first ramp. Not the ramp near Isaac. No, the ramp where Lyle was. That first ramp was the literal definition of do or die. It's either I got it right and lived, or I missed that platform by the hairs on my ball sack and I just straight up plummeted and died for absolutely nothing. It seemed like every other supercharged ramp up until this point was working A-okay. Then all of a sudden I jump off this ramp and suddenly the ramp stops fucking working. It just takes a day off. It just clocks out and goes home, unemployed, like the people I play in Rocket League after a 10-hour shift. And you know what's so funny about this ramp? Apparently I'm not the only one that had issues with it. I've seen other people play this level for the very first time, and I've also seen them jump off this same ramp and die. Just straight up die, because they missed that platform by a couple inches somehow, and it made me feel relieved. So it wasn't just a me thing, because I was going crazy about it. I was losing my mind at how stupid this jump was and how I kept falling short every single time. Speaking of which, even when you compare getting to the dragon statues in both levels, in my opinion, Treetop still has the tougher jump and it's not even close. With Haunted Towers, you only have one supercharge to worry about, which I'm not gonna lie is still kind of crazy. And with that one supercharge, you only have 2 jumps to worry about, which is the short jump from the ledge with the mushrooms and then the final ramp. With Treetops, you have 2 supercharges, technically 3 if you want to be an asshole, and you have a total of not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 jumps over a bottomless pit 5 times. And what makes it much worse is not only do you have to jump over each of these bottomless pits and live, may I also mention that you also have to curve right just to connect the last 2 jumps. Oh, and you have to glide at the end. Honest to God, it low-key blew my mind when I put 2 and 2 together, because I was still shocked that the developers were all of a sudden like, hey gamer, you know how you have to supercharge down a supercharge ramp? Wouldn't it be crazy if instead of going down the supercharge ramp, you got to go up the supercharge ramp instead? Like, bro, I beg your pardon? It's like every other portal up until this point was either easy, mild, or slightly confusing. But then you get to this portal right here and it feels like you immediately jump from playing against gold ranked players to grand champ all of a sudden. Son, this portal was no fucking joke. No joke whatsoever. Like I said in my Treetops video, the Red Thief wasn't the issue. That little green bastard was a fucking problem, because in order for you to get to Jed, you have to reach that island. And in order for you to reach that island, you have to get him. Now, this is where I might give Haunted Towers a slight edge over Treetops, and I completely understand why people would say Copano was harder to reach than Jed. There was a reason why Haunted Towers was the only portal on an island by itself. I said there had to be a reason why this portal was far away from all the other Dreamweaver portals, and it all makes sense. At least with Treetops, you could always follow the thieves to figure out where you need to go. You could always follow the green thief to help you reach Jed. Copano, aka the Hidden Dragon. There's a reason why he's known as the Hidden Dragon. In a lot of people's minds, this dragon doesn't even fucking exist. It's literally a soundbite for the player to hear. This is the only dragon in the game that no matter what you do, no matter where you go, until you figure out this puzzle and complete this jump, you cannot see him. You can't see him. You can hear him, but you cannot see this dragon statue. Like a figment of your imagination, you can't see him. He just does not exist. It's as one person said, unlike every other dragon in this game, this dragon gives you no real indication on how to get to it. You're literally on your own on this one. You have nothing to go off of except pure instinct guessing and putting two and two together. I didn't get a chance to follow the green thief in Treetops, so I had to figure out the Treetops jump on my own, and I'm not gonna lie, it took me about 20 minutes to piece everything together. Son, it took me 45 minutes. 45 minutes to figure out what I needed to do with this supercharge on Haunted Towers. This one supercharge, 45 minutes of just walking around thinking of everything and nothing at the same time. You would have thought I was a Clippers fan with how delusional I was acting, thinking I had to do some next world daredevil crap just to reach the last dragon. When I tell you this portal had me looking fucking retarded is an understatement. You got me out here blowing walls and shit, thinking I had to burn walls, break walls, looking for hidden doors, trying to supercharge up that grassy spiral ramp outside, which was the biggest troll in this portal, might I mention. You even had me thinking I had to pull a Treetops and jump up the supercharge ramp just to get to the other side of this tower, which I was technically right because it still works. It's just a lot harder to pull off. Like, I ain't gonna lie, Treetops had me confused, but this portal right here, Haunted Towers, forced me to put the old thinking cap on. It was ridiculous. So yeah, I can see why players would find Copano harder to get than Jed. Oh, and one more thing about Jed's dragon statue that I completely forgot that low-key puts it above Copano's for me. Son, if you didn't follow the green thief and you have little to no lives in this portal, you are less likely to try risky shit, such as jumping off of random supercharges and actually finding a way to reach Jed. And even then, when you die and basically game over, it becomes a repetitive freaking cycle of running through this portal just to end up dying again and gaming over again and repeating this shit over and over again. For some people, using the 99 lives cheat code, which I mean, hey, you do you, there's nothing wrong with that. Treetops is the #1 portal I would even think on using it on, which could and would show how difficult this portal is, as well as getting the last dragon that lives there. I don't blame you. And lastly, before I go, you know what really sucked about getting the final dragon off of Treetops? If you missed that supercharge jump in any way possible, living or dying, you were fucked. Here's why. Dying, you know, is obvious. You die, you lose a life. Lose too many, you game over. Son, if you happen to survive this jump, you have to go all the way around the fucking map just to get back. You have to go all the way around. This had to be the most frustrating thing about getting this damn dragon. God forbid you only have a couple lives, so you can't take the quick death and respawn option. No, you have to fly, jump, and glide all the way around and even jump up multiple sets of stairs just to get back to where you screwed up at. Doing all that just to end up dying off that same fucking ramp again, which with all honesty, I think is completely broken anyways, genuinely sucks. Whereas the only struggle with messing up the supercharge pad on Haunted Towers is if you mess up by hitting a door trimming, all you gotta do is walk back up to the supercharge, which sucks, but at least it's not taking you around the whole fucking country just to get back. Whew, man, I'm exhausted. Anyways, in conclusion, I think Jed's dragon statue was way harder to get to. This jump was way tougher to execute and it costed me dearly, but I'm not gonna lie. Copano's dragon statue, I think that one was way harder to figure out, especially with no given information to go off of. I'm still picking Jed. But low-key it's Copano. Nah, I'm picking Jed. Anyways, I want to hear from y'all down below. Who do you think was harder to get, or rather who gave you the most problems? Comment down below and who and why.